Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to episode number 20 of another Average Day Joe show. I'm your host, C.
And Jay, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on? How you feeling, brother?
Excellent, excellent. It's always a blessing. Always a blessing every day.
Definitely. Today is one of those days, man. It's Friday. We ain't got no gym today, thank God. I'm so sore. I need some time off. So we good.
That's funny, man.
I know. Let's get into the sports today. So what's happening, brother? Let us know.
Honestly, trending right now, Bill Belichick. He's got a book coming out called The Art of Winning. Why? Because Bill Belichick's GOAT coach. You can't really do much better than Bill Belichick did, you know. He had the Patriots on top for what, 2 decades minimum. So shout out Bill Belichick. He's got his book coming out. It's in May. His book is being released.
So it's called The Art of Winning.
That's right.
Okay.
Obviously.
And basically, what is it going to be about? Like just his autobiography, or what is it?
I'm guessing it didn't have a summary of it, but I'm guessing it's the art of winning. The guy was a master at coaching, you know?
Okay, okay.
And think about it. What did he do when he coached? He won.
He was winning.
That's all he did. Huh?
When he was coaching, he was winning. That's what he did.
Exactly. The art of winning, hence the name of the book.
Right.
So it makes perfect sense to me. The art of winning. He's a winner.
Right. So yeah, it says right here it's just lessons from his football life.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, so that is to be released in May. So anybody that wants to pick that book up and kind of get into Bill Belichick's mind, kind of see what the way he was thinking, I guess, when he was playing when he was having a winning franchise with the Patriots. That would be a kind of a good book to check out.
2 decades? Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so. You can't get much better than that. Can't get much better than that, man.
So, but he's still coaching now, right? So he's still
Yeah, well, he just signed to University of North Carolina.
Yeah.
So he's going to take his talents to college, which should be good. That'll change that whole franchise around. They're excellent in basketball. Obviously, Jordan went there, so ever since that, they've been excellent. They've always been excellent in basketball, but why not bring some excellence to the football team?
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's a great idea.
It's crazy too. It says that Tom Brady appears on cover of the Belichick's book.
Hey, man, you can't. To me, you can't have one without the other.
I know.
Belichick was watching all their stuff for 2 decades, man. He was a master defensive guy.
Definitely.
When you put someone like Brady, who's a master at the offensive part, the quarterback, it was perfect. Perfect.
Exactly.
So.
All right. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the book is coming out. Just want to give a quick shout out to the 151 people watching us right now, and let's move on to some sports news. What is going on in
Yes,
sports?
sir. Well, NBA. We could the scores from yesterday. We didn't get to finish the Rockets and Grizzlies, which was a nail biter. The Grizzlies beat the Rockets by 1 point. Yes, I know. I was pulling for the Grizz, but I thought the Rockets were going to get that one. But since the Rockets beat the Celtics by 1 point, it's only fair that the Grizzlies beat them by 1 point. Makes a lot of sense to me, And shout out to the Trailblazers. They did a good job beating the Magic. I was pretty shocked about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely shocked about that.
Those were good games, man, and we were both kind of did a little, bet on both of them. And my bets kind of churned out on those, but which you're usually the guy that calls them better than me, but somehow it happened where I was able to make those bets.
Hey, it was good, man. You did, like I said, man, it happens.
Let me ask you: Did you watch any of the games before we go on? I just want to ask you real quick.
Those two? No, I did not watch those two at night. I did not watch those two.
So I got to watch the fourth quarter of the Rockets Grizzlies game. And,
okay.
And I just want to let you know, and I want the audience to know, if you guys seen this, did you see how staged that last final minute was of that Grizzlies Rockets game, where basically the Grizzlies had an open shot, they were about to go and make it, and the referee stopped the game because he said that the coach of the Grizzlies called a timeout when he never called a timeout. And then they did a replay on the camera to see if he actually called a timeout. He didn't even get close to calling a timeout. There was no hand signal, no gesture of timeout or nothing. So I know you missed that, Jay, but man, I almost thought they were gonna lose because of that, because he literally the refs really try to stop that game from the Grizzlies winning in that game, man.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I didn't hear anything about it. Like I
crazy.
didn't hear any news about it. So yeah, no, I did not see it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I did not see it.
So, sorry to interrupt you. You go ahead with the score.
No, no, you're good. You're good, man. You're good. No, it's good to hear that. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just thought it was funny that since the Rockets beat the Celtics by a point, they lost by a point to the Grizzlies. So
yeah,
that in perfect sense.
Exactly.
But tonight our games, Clippers and Hornets right now. Clippers obviously doing work on the Hornets. They should be fine.
Yeah.
Mavericks and Pistons, I'm kind of surprised because the Mavericks, I don't know if Luka's playing right now, but I would have thought that would have been an easy dub for them. But the Pistons have been playing better ball as of late, so big ups to them. Nuggets and Sixers they're pretty close right now, 89-86. So that's still got a long way to go. They're in the third quarter. Pelicans and Celtics, it's halftime. Celtics up by 6. That should be an easy one for them. Bulls and Raptors, Bulls are up. I expect the Bulls to pull through in that one. Yeah. Bucks and Spurs, it's 71-70. They're about to be at halftime right now, so that's going to be that's a really high scoring half, honestly, 71-70. And later on, the who?
Dame Dollar making them threes.
Oh, I'm sure. Even though he lost to the Blazers earlier in the week, which was very odd to me. It
was a revenge game on the Blazers' part.
Very odd to me. But then, you got Suns and Warriors. So I think that'll be a really close game. They got identical records. That starts in about an hour. Okay. So I'll go. I'm not sure. I don't know who's playing, like who's hurt. I know I saw Steph play the other night, so I think Steph will be playing. I don't know if Kuminga or Green are going to be playing, but if the Warriors have a full squad, they should be fine.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll take the dubs. The Suns, I don't know who's playing for them. I don't know if Book and KD are going to play. If Beal's hurt. There's so many injuries these days, so you never know.
And Suns, they just lost to the Timberwolves a couple days ago as well, so they're on a little losing streak as of right now. So maybe Warriors can pull through on that one. Any notable games for tomorrow that you're going to be watching, or that you think is going to be good to watch?
Tomorrow, I would go with the notable game, Kings and Thunder.
Kings Thunder.
Yeah, or Lakers Knicks. Those will be the notable games for tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the Knicks against the Lakers. That's an easy one. And I'll take obviously Thunder. They're coming off a tough loss to the Dubs. So I'll take the Thunder against the Kings.
What do you think about Hawks Pacers? Do you think that'll be a kind of good one to watch?
I mean, they're not really. No. I mean, they're cool. They're both average teams, so they're just playing for places in the East. But I don't. Nothing really excites me about those teams.
Okay. It's all good. All right. Well, let us get into some breaking news. Well, first, I'm going to get into the news because we have 2 plane crashes within the last 2 days, so we want to get into this. But first, before Jay starts his segment on the breaking news, I'm just gonna go over a little bit of the other day's news with the plane crash. So the one with the DC where the Black Hawk went down with the American Airlines jet where they collided in midair. So I just want to give you guys a little detailed update of what's going on over there. Basically, they recovered the black box from this midair collision from the American Airlines jet. And the facts of this so far that they know, these are just facts, that if you guys haven't been paying attention to any of the news, because I know sometimes a lot of the news is kind of like, not many people watch it anymore, especially the younger generation. So just fast facts if you haven't heard what happened. American Airlines plane and Army helicopter collided around 9 p.m. local time Wednesday near Reagan National Airport outside of D.C. All 67 on board both aircraft were presumed dead. President Trump said Thursday that the deadly mid-air collision was a confluence of bad decisions that were made, and you have people that violently lost their lives. American Airlines CEO Robert Isom said the entire strength of the airline is focused on taking care of the families and loved ones of those who are on the flights. So that being said, yeah, I just kind of wanted to get you guys up to, what happened yesterday. Let me. I was reading a little bit about this article. I'm just going to go over it really briefly. It was just saying that literally during the Obama administration, there was a whole bunch of air traffic controllers that passed the test to become air traffic controllers, but because they were mostly of white origin or nationality, they basically didn't let them get the job. So 1,000 people that were qualified to get this job didn't get the job because they needed diversity in the workplace. So basically, the air traffic controllers union, they're all saying that because of that, they're very understaffed, and they're basically blaming it on just understaffing. They said more than 90% of the country's 313 air traffic control facilities operate below staffing level recommended by the FAA. As of January, 285 facilities were below levels set by the FAA, and the union that represents controllers, the New York Times reported. In at least 73 facilities, at least a quarter of the workforce is missing, the report said. So yeah, it's kind of sad. I'm going to pull up that little report for you guys. I needed to share the screen with you guys on this one because I didn't even do that yet. But yeah, it says right here, if I can get into it, Ted Cruz also commented. He was saying that the sequence of events that resulted in Wednesday's deadly mid-air collision, that basically they were saying that basically the helicopter crew, even they never responded to the air traffic controller, and they flew right in front of that plane, which collided with the plane. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to go through about this right now. We'll keep you guys updated on this whole situation, but we definitely want to get into the breaking news, what just happened. So Jay, if you want to take over that one, I think that's a little
Yeah,
more important.
I was on X and I saw maybe 50 videos about this private jet. It just crashed in Northeast Philly. It looked like a missile. And we're talking about in an area that's busy. It was crazy. All the videos I saw, just went and just explosion. I was like, holy man, it looked crazy. It was on Cottman Avenue and Roosevelt Boulevard in Philly. So yeah, man, I don't know. They haven't released anything. It just happened literally. So, I just say prayers for the people involved, in that crazy incident, because it's literally right in the middle of you see a lot of people. It looks like a busy place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been to Philly, so I don't know the area, but it just looked like it was in the middle of just a lot of busyness. So I was like, wow.
Right.
It looked crazy though. I saw all different angles because people's doorbell cams, people with their phones, you get all the tech now. So I saw so many different angles of this thing just go and then explosion. It was crazy.
Wow.
But that is breaking news. That just happened probably maybe 30 minutes to an hour ago.
So for all the people that know about airplanes, it was a Learjet 55 apparently. There were 6 people on board, and they have not found any survivors. So it's
I can't hear you.
Safe to say, you can't hear me. Hello.
Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can't hear anyone.
Let me. Oh, really? Hold on. I can hear you though. That's weird.
I can't hear anything.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Are you there?
Yeah. I'll stick to the other mic if that's not working. But yeah, I was just saying that it was a Learjet 55. There were 6 people on board supposedly, and
yeah, it's a private jet, right?
Yeah, private.
It's a private jet.
6 people on board.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, they haven't found any survivors yet, so
yeah,
it's very sad news.
It is.
Yeah.
I wonder who was on the private jet. I'm curious.
Yeah, I know. That's always the thing. Let's see. You know what I mean? Because a jet.
I want to know who was on it.
Exactly.
Well, you don't
Exactly.
understand. It looked like if you just shot a missile straight to the ground.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how, like I'm not a pilot, so I don't know how things work, but it looked like it just went like that. It was crazy.
Wow.
So I'm just wondering who was on the jet. That's crazy, especially where it happened.
Definitely. Yeah, we can give you guys a little bit of the video of it. I'm just waiting for this for
There's
the
a
ad to go away. I
Yeah,
guess they
yeah,
have
give
already.
give the audience the video, but also if they want to see videos, you could go on X. There's many on X.
Yeah. So basically,
That's a
this is
fact. Oh, there you go.
this right here. Seeing. So yeah. Wow. It
That was
looked
a
like it
doorbell
came.
cam, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
That's
crazy.
crazy, bro. That
I
is
know, man.
crazy.
That's what I was telling you. It's nuts. It just looks like a missile just going "Yeet," boom.
Right. 'Cause it looks like it came from like the bottom up. Like it looked like something
That's what I mean.
exploded
It
from the
was a
bottom of the street and then went upwards.
trip, man. Like when I
Wow.
watched every angle though, so like I said, it looked like a damn missile and just boom,
That is
explosion.
crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy,
Yeah.
man. Like. And people from all that area, all around it, you get different angles of it, which is crazy. So I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah.
Shout out to X for, providing the news that quick, you
Yeah,
know?
definitely. And yeah, RIP to the 6 people on board. It doesn't look like there's any survivors on that one.
I don't think so, man.
The fact that it's a jet too, a Lear Jet 55, like those are very sophisticated airplanes. It's not like a
Well,
Cessna,
that's what
you
I'm
know.
trying to say. Like,
Yeah,
how would it just did a nosedive, like, boom. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That stuff is
that's
crazy to
crazy.
me. Like, it literally went, like, so these things, like, have great technology, right? Like a
Right.
nice private jet. Like, I don't understand just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a pilot, so I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. You guys want to write us in the comments what you guys think, or just say what's up to us. Please write us in the comments. Shout out to the 241 people watching us right now live. Let's move on with the show and let us go over. I got a little bit of news out of Michigan that I wanted to share with you guys. So let me pull this up with you guys. So basically, there was a kid. He was like a 5-year-old kid, and he was in a oxygen chamber in a medical facility. And as he was in this chamber, it's a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. It exploded, and he died. So yeah, the victim was inside the chamber when it suddenly exploded, and it caused the fire, which kind of spread a little bit throughout the facility. If I can get into this a little bit more, if you guys, it doesn't say much. It just says that this is basically what it says. The unidentified victim was inside the chamber, a pressurized container that contains 100% oxygen, when it suddenly exploded just before 8 a.m. at the Oxford Center located at 165 Kurtz Boulevard. The explosion caused the fire to break out inside the chamber's room. It is unclear what sparked the explosion, and the subsequent fire did not spread to the rest of the facility, police and fire officials said. It says police and fire officials said the boy from Royal Oak was dead inside the chamber when they arrived on the scene. His mother, who was inside the room, suffered injuries to her arm. They described the explosion as a very sad incident and said it's a very rare incident. So who knows why it exploded? Do you know? Do you know what they use those? Jay, do you know what they use the oxygen? Like, do you know what they use that kind of stuff for? Like, it's for medical purposes, obviously, right? Sorry, guys. Jay just got lost. Let me get him back on here real quick. Yo, can you hear us?
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, bro. Like I've been your thing's been I don't know what's going on. Like I
Yeah.
haven't heard you in like 3 minutes. I have
Okay.
no idea what's going on.
You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Do you know what they use oxygen chambers for when it comes to like medical stuff like that?
What are you talking about, oxygen chambers? What do you mean? To revive people? What?
What I'm reporting on, this is a hyperbaric
I
chamber.
haven't heard anything you've said in like 3 minutes. I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know. I haven't even been here. Like I've been sitting like nothing has been, it said reconnecting.
Okay.
I'm just letting you
Okay.
know.
So yeah, it was a hyperbaric chamber that there was a boy inside it, a 5-year-old boy, and it exploded on him. It says hyperbaric
Yes, a
baric chamber.
hyperbaric chamber is for you. It's what athletes use to recover yourself in 45 minutes. It's like
Oh,
it's a really expensive chamber that you lay in, and in about 1 hour, so your recovery that you would take you 2 3 days takes you 1 hour.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about it's 100,000, about 150,000 a hyperbaric chamber. So you set everything, you get the right oxygen levels, and you recover that fast. It's all the pro athletes use them.
Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Yeah. It says yeah. So that's kind of what happened. It says that yeah, like you're saying that it's all pretty much the devices are used to treat a variety of health problems, including carbon monoxide poisoning, diabetic foot
Everything.
ulcers, cerebral palsy, anemia, infection of the skin and bone, as well as vision loss.
Yes,
So
everything.
it's crazy that it exploded. But we like so you know a lot of athletes that use that stuff. That is usually
Yes,
pretty safe, right? Like you never heard of
it's
something exploding.
no, it's very safe. I don't know. I've never heard of one exploding. So they're very expensive, and if you know how to use them, they're very excellent.
Yeah,
So one exploding doesn't make any sense to me unless I have no idea.
yeah.
I've never
The
heard of that.
yeah yeah I don't even know if it's like because of if it's if it's different if like a child is in it compared to like a
No,
adult, but it says yeah I don't know, it's just because it says that in May of 2009 an explosion of a pressurized oxygen chamber killed a 4-year-old boy and his 62-year-old grandma. Authorities said a blast dislodged the tube attached to the hyperbaric chamber, which resulted in an explosion and flash fire. So that also happened in 2009, but it wasn't with any like athletes. It was another like 4-year-old boy, and I mean, his 62-year-old grandma. So yeah, I don't know what happened there.
it's very odd. I have
Ugh.
no idea.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, let's move on. And what is happening with the Trump news today? Some political news.
Just following up on yesterday, I was remember reporting about the tariffs. So tomorrow, actually, they go into full effect. So it's going to be 25% on Mexico,
Uh huh.
25% on Canada, and it's going to be 10% on China. Going into
Oh,
effect tomorrow. So me thinking about it, I'm banking on the fact that the companies, since there's going to be tariffs, companies are going to start putting their factories in America. Why? You can't just bring your workers from other countries over here. We already have
yeah.
workers. So being that I would put a factory here and just hire American workers. Why not? If you can't bring all your force from the other countries. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So according to President Trump, he said since he did this before, he said he took in 600 billion from tariffs when imposed, and we're talking about before. You know what I mean?
Uh
And we
huh.
had no inflation. That was what he said with his last run. So that's why he is doing this, and makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
so it should be good for the like obviously not short term, but I'm guessing like a couple of years down the road. You know,
Oh, okay.
start
Okay.
collecting that money, and then yeah, you know how it is. It's business more than
No,
anything.
definitely.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
see how him and Elon and like the Department of Government Efficiency is doing things now, trying to get us, like enough of this. Hey, let's add to the deficit, add to the deficit, add to the deficit. It's like, man, Jesus, man, can we have a plan?
Yep.
Enough just, oh, I'll take this and add, take this and add. No, no more of this, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a follow up for tomorrow or from yesterday. I mean,
And he
so
also did. He also did. I'm just reading this article. It also said that he announced that they're going to start having import tax on European goods as well, which is including steel, aluminum, and copper, and on
cool.
drugs and semiconductors.
Yeah. Good.
So yeah, I guess like you said, it's America first, right? They're trying to get all the
That's
jobs back over here so that we can
that's
be
what
the
he's
ones
doing,
that
man.
are producing all this stuff.
Yeah, and just like I said, it's just business 101. That's all.
Definitely,
You
definitely.
know,
Yeah,
like that's what. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not. Yeah, like I said, man. I trust what he's doing. I've just last last time he was president, I didn't, didn't give me any reason not to.
No, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
And the one thing which he's pretty smart about is he's saying that they might not impose any tariffs on oil coming out of Canada or Mexico. And that's
Okay.
smart because obviously it's going to raise the oil prices, and that's what people don't want. We don't want to pay higher, at the gas pump.
Yes, exactly.
So I got a feeling he will raise them later on, but that's once we start our drilling, in the Gulf of America, and once we're able to start our production line of oil again, and then he might do it because we'll have enough oil to where it's not going to affect our gas prices in the U.S.
Yeah. Well, we also have Alaska up there, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
We solid.
So
We'll be solid.
yeah, definitely. And just a little quick fun fact, top 10 U.S. imports from Canada. We have oil and petroleum as number 1. So that's the one they're not going to, most likely they're not going to put tariffs on just yet. Number 2 would be cars and trucks. Number 3 is auto parts. Number 4, you got aluminum and bauxite. Number 5, we got metal products. Number 6 is natural gas. Number 7 is bread, pastries, and other baked goods. Number 8 is industrial supplies. Number 9, we got beef, pork, and other meat. And number 10 is gold. So those are the top 10 U.S. imports that are coming out of Canada. So, I mean, I read a little bit about this article, and they're already trying to say, like, oh, these car manufacturers from Mexico that produce these, like, little parts that, the cars need, that it's going to make everything more expensive, that cars are going to be more expensive. But like you said, Jay, it's just going to bring those companies to want to actually open up the factories in America, because why would they want to lose a bunch of money if they have to import,
Exactly. It's just it's like I said, it's business 101, man. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it is what it is.
Chess. It's a chess, man.
Yep.
More than anything, it's just chess.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on. I want to get into some celebrity news with you guys. This is not celebrity, it's OnlyFans celebrity. So if you guys are into the OnlyFans scene, I just kind of want to share with you what happened over the course of a day of 24 hours. So there's a famous OnlyFans celebrity. She's an OnlyFans porn star, and she plunged to her death from her hotel balcony during a threesome shoot.
What?
So her name is Ana Pereira Alves. This was in Brazil, and she plunged to her death. So you can see this, right? You see what she looks like?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is or anything, but
no, I mean, I'm not on OnlyFans, so I wouldn't be able to tell you who she is anyway. But it's this is the celebrity news, because we do try to find some celebrity news for you guys.
Of course,
But yeah, definitely RIP to her. This is another picture of her for you guys. It says, AKA Anna Pali was found dead in the ground floor courtyard of the upscale Mont Blanc Apart Hotel just northwest of Rio de Janeiro last week, according to The Sun. Brazilian authorities are digging into details of her death, and her 2 male scene partners are telling totally different stories about what went down during their wild filmed hookup.
So it wasn't a suicide.
Nobody knows yet, but I mean, obviously, they're telling 2 different stories. Either they're like pumped up on drugs, or they just don't really know.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, but it says the co-stars, who are also OnlyFans performers, were released after questioning, so they haven't ruled them yet as like any kind of suspects. But but they have not ruled out foul play just yet. Cops are also checking hotel CCTV, grilling the staff, and digging into Anna's phone as they piece together what really happened. The autopsy results aren't out yet, so it's still unclear if Anna had drugs in her system or if there were signs of sexual violence. Anna's boyfriend, Pedro Henrique, who wasn't part of the incident, took to social media heartbroken and hoping investigators get to the bottom of what happened. She was 27 years old. So RIP to Anna Pali. That is, it's sad news. It's always sad when, somebody dies, especially when they were up and coming. No matter, how you get your money in life, we don't look down on anybody. And, we definitely, it's sad news to us. So, yeah, that is our celebrity news of the day, and let us move on. Let me stop sharing the screen with you guys. Let us move on, and let us go over Jay's movie of the day. What are you watching, brother?
Oh man, I was watching. This is actually a good one. It's called Primal Fear.
Primal Fear.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
It's
And why?
with Edward Norton and Richard Gere.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a really good one. So
Cool. Cool. So, yeah, give us a little premises. What happened?
basically, Richard Gere is a really high end attorney,
Uh-huh.
and basically Edward Norton, he plays this. He's like an altar boy, a student, and he basically plays. I don't want to give too much away, but he plays like a double role.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
they find him covered in blood,
Uh-huh.
and a priest was killed,
Oh,
and
okay.
he was the only one at the. He was one of the only people at the scene. Like, so they found him like maybe 8 blocks down, covered in blood.
Wow.
But he claims I blacked out. I don't know what happened, but I can't give too much away. But as you could tell, it's a so it's a suspenseful murder mystery type movie. Excellent movie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I mean so Richard Gere, being his attorney, he has to like figure out how to prove him innocent unless he really is guilty. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Excellent film though, man. Excellent film. It's
Definitely.
definitely up
Yeah.
there. Definitely high up there, man. I don't want to give too much away because that would why if I give too much away, then why watch the movie?
No, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
So 1 through 10, Primal Fear. What do you rate that movie? 10 being the best.
9.5.
Really, is that good?
Mm-hmm.
And
It's that good.
it's a drama. It's considered a
Suspense.
drama. What is it considered?
I would say suspense, murder, mystery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you have to figure out exactly who did the murder.
True.
You know what I
True.
mean?
True. Yeah.
And there's a lot more things that go with this murder because they end up finding videotapes
Uh
of certain things in the priest, like the priest's personal things.
huh.
So that makes it a lot more like, oh no, what's really happening, and why.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
yeah, it's definitely a good one, man. I'd suggest it to anyone, especially because the actors they're excellent.
I'm gonna have to check that one out. So, so
You definitely should.
Edward Norton, he's definitely a famous actor. What would you say is your favorite movie for to recommend for people to watch? That is Edward Norton.
Oh geez, it depends how you want to go, man. The guy is so versatile, you know. I liked him in Italian Job. He was one of my favorites in American History X. He could go many in this one. Obviously, he could go many different ways. That guy,
Yeah,
man, he's such a good actor.
definitely.
You know,
So those are the two you would say are like your favorites: American History X and what's the other one you just said?
Italian
Italian
Job.
Job. Yeah. So those are.
But see, that wasn't like he wasn't a main role in Italian Job. You know what I mean? But I could also go like The Score. You ever heard of The
Yeah,
Score?
yeah. Wasn't he
Have
in
you heard that
Born
one?
Legacy in 2012 also?
Yeah, he was in. Yeah, but see, like that, like I said, he was a smaller role in that.
Right. Right.
That's why I said The Score. You know, The
Yeah.
Score.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another big like where he has a big role. Like in Italian Job, he has a smaller role too, but it's still big. But it's not. He's not the main.
Right.
You know.
Right.
But yeah, so in this one, he's the main. American History X, he's the main. The Score, he's the main. He's just a really good actor, man.
Okay.
You know.
And so those are your two favorite. And what would you give it as an underrated movie? Like what would you say is kind of an underrated movie that is really good?
Underrated for Edward
Yeah.
Norton? I don't know.
You haven't
I'd
thought.
have to look at a list. I'd have to look at a list for Edward Norton, man. The guy, you have no idea. That guy has so many.
I know.
Yeah, so many films, man. Like, I mean, it's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you could tell, like if you could tell me a list, that'd be great
Yeah,
of like underrated. You know?
definitely. For me, if it was underrated, I don't know if you heard of this one or not, but he played in a 2010 movie called Stone. Have you heard of that one?
No, never
So that
seen it.
was with
Never
him
seen it.
and De Niro.
Okay, him and De Niro
Yeah,
again.
yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
just a
Okay.
quick little take on that one. Robert De Niro, he was a parole officer, and in just days from retirement and busy wrapping up his last few cases, including that of Gerald Stone, which was played by Edward Norton, a thug who burned his grandparents' house to cover up their murders. Creason is desperate to get out of prison and will do anything to secure his parole, including telling his girlfriend to seduce Mabry. Creason's manipulations awaken the monster within Mabry, leading to unexpected consequences for them both. So it's also kind of like a suspense of like what you're watching. But yeah, it was him and Robert De Niro. So, you know, those two guys like together, man, that's to me would be kind of an underrated movie that most people probably haven't seen, you know?
You know what I just thought about? Speaking of, now that you're thinking about it, have you seen the Hannibal Lecter series?
I've seen, I think, like the first one or something like that. Yeah.
So you saw Silence of the Lambs. So the one that came out third is called Red Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually, so he's excellent in that movie as well, Red Dragon. So, but all three of those movies are excellent, but Red Dragon is a whole nother level.
Definitely.
Red Dragon. Yeah, I'd say Red, and also Fight Club.
Yeah, definitely. You can't forget Fight Club.
Yeah, I know you've seen that. First rule of Fight Club, bro.
Definitely.
Now that, like I said, versatile actor. Man.
I ain't gonna lie though, man.
Very versatile actor.
I love the movie, but I had to watch it like 3 times to really understand that it was like not really Brad Pitt. It was like in his head. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing was in his head type thing. So like it took me a while.
Yeah, Edward Norton was. Edward Norton. That was Edward Norton.
No, I know,
but that was his personality. He made
exactly. It was like his double. Who basically was like, you know what I mean? It was like the guy who had the courage within him that, you know what I mean? He was like, so that was a crazy movie because like it literally like you had to really like it was such a good movie, like it really made you think about it. Like you're like, damn, like what is going on here? You know what I mean? Like brilliant.
Well, he actually had a good premise in the movie. Like he actually had a good, like he took it a little extreme, but if you actually if you watch it, you'll understand why he did what he was doing.
Yeah,
it made a lot of sense.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It was a good movie though, man. That was probably like one of his best ones, I would say. Where he, I don't know if he won nominations on that movie. I'm sure he won some nominations off of that movie.
I'm sure of it. Like I said, the guy's a versatile actor, man. One of the best actors out there.
Definitely. And he definitely, the way he prepares for his roles, he's one of those guys, just super it, vigorous. You know, he definitely. So, all right. Well, that is our movie news of the day. Let us move on to some wealth news, and let's just go over some crypto prices since it is about to be the beginning of the weekend. You know, crypto prices usually during the beginning they kind of start falling a little bit. You know, people because the stock market, we're kind of crypto, even though it is not the stock market. It does closely follow pricing of stock markets. So on the weekends, usually when the stock markets close, then crypto tends to either just kind of go sideways. It never really like goes. Doesn't have like volatile swings during the weekends. Not for the most part, unless there's like some crazy news that comes out about crypto. But yeah, let me go over the charts. So right now we have Bitcoin sitting at 102,675. It is down 1.65% in the last 24 hours. And you have your biggest altcoin, Ethereum. It is sitting at $3,318. It is actually up 2.4% in the last 24 hours. We have Fear and Greed Index right now at neutral. So it's 54, and meaning we're just basically going to be trending sideways a little bit. It's pretty much even when you got money inflow and money outflow of the crypto market right now. There's not any. It is leaning a little bit towards greed, so it looks like there might be a little bit more money coming in than out of the crypto market. Your Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 57% right now, and your Ethereum dominance is sitting at 11.34%. So definitely altcoins are kind of more on the move right now than Bitcoin would be if you are into the altcoins. Your top 5 trending coins right now, you have Ethereum as number 1 trending. And I think that's because the founder Vitalik, I forgot his last name, but Vitalik, he basically has announced, this was just news I read, that he's basically going to lower the gas fees on the layer on Ethereum, and that's for all like the layer 1 and layer 2s that are on the Ethereum network. They're going to have much less expensive transaction fees. So he did make a big announcement. That's my belief why it's trending right now. Number 2 trending coin, you have Bitcoin. Number 3 trending coin, you have Pepe. which I actually heard Pepe is like outperforming Doge, Shiba right now, and every other coin that's a meme coin. It's been doing really well. But Pepe is up in the last 24 hours, 9.37%. Number 4 trending coin, you do have Doge, which is up 0.12%. And number 5, you have Virtual Protocol, which is down 0.60%, but it is trending. I'm not sure why that one is trending. I need to look into that myself because I personally do have a little bit of investment of Virtual Network. I do. That is an AI coin, and I do believe that one is going to do pretty good throughout this bull run. It has a really big ecosystem, and they create AI bots, so that should be good as long as this whole deep seek news and China is not coming out with much cheaper ways to run, their AI. Then Virtual Protocol, I think, will do good in the long run. Let me just go over the top 5 gainers with you guys real quick. So for the top 5 gainers, number 1 again, the meme coin Wedgie. Wedgie, man, it's been in the news for a while now. Up 1,617% in the last 24 hours. So Wedgie, be careful on that one. The market cap is only at 180,000. So it does not have a huge market cap. It could be a rug pull, but as of the last 7 days, it's been up 1,085%. So it has been going up. Number 2, you got Dojo, DOGO. You guys are up 1,528% in the last 24 hours. Number 3, we got Flaky. Flaky, it's another meme coin. It is up 1,417% in the last 24 hours. Number 4, you got a cat meme coin, which is CatX. That one is up 1,291% in the last 24 hours. Number 5, you got NFTX. That is up 994% in the last 24 hours. So those are your top 5 trending coins. Let me look real quick if there's any that are notable that I can mention. It's pretty much the same ones from yesterday. You still got the GameStop coin. It's like a meme coin. It's up 547%. You got MAGA People up 528%. Beer, it is up 470%. If you guys are into MogCat, I know that was a popular one for a while, Mog. It's up 395%. And last but not least, there's a new one that I haven't seen before. It's called Robinhood. It does have the same symbol as the trading platform Robinhood, so they might have come out with their own coin. I have to do my own research. It does have a pretty big market cap. It's already sitting at, I believe, like 70. Yeah, it's already sitting. It's not verified, but it's sitting at like 71 million. So that one is up 211% in the last 24 hours. So yeah, that will be our trending coins and that will be our trending crypto coins in our crypto market news for the day. Let us move on really quick and just show you for tomorrow what you guys are expecting for the weather, because we all want to be able to know if we can enjoy the day tomorrow or if we're going to be bundled up because it's snowing or raining. So let us go over the weather. Shout out to the 251 people watching. We thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to our channel. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, please tune in. We love to have you here. That being said, for tomorrow's forecast, you are gonna be so if you want to escape to the heat, then you're looking at your best chances in the East Coast to be in Miami. It's going to be partly cloudy at 79. If you're looking to, for some reason, be in the really cold part of the U.S., then go up to Maine. It's going to be only 9 degrees in Caribou. Besides that, you also have a nice little mild front that's coming in from Mexico all the way up into Texas and some parts of Oklahoma. So Texas, you guys are going to be pretty much all in the mid 70s. San Francisco and the East Coast, anywhere up from San Francisco all the way up to Seattle, you guys are going to be raining. It's supposed to be raining in San Francisco for like the next 6 days. But San Francisco is currently at 59. If you guys are in the West Coast and you guys want to escape to the warmth over there, if you want to go to the ocean, your hottest spot will be San Diego, LA, which will be around 70 degrees. But if you want a little bit hotter than that, your best bet will be Phoenix. It is going to be at 75 degrees. Then you also will have rain in Salt Lake City and Reno, 44 degrees in Salt Lake City. Reno will be at 51, a little bit warmer. We got Denver going to be sitting at 59, as well as Albuquerque, same. Then you're going to have Minneapolis at 35 degrees. Kansas City is at 51, while Oklahoma City will be at 68. Minneapolis, you guys over there in the Midwest region by the Great Lakes, you guys are going to be, at least in the upper region, you guys will have some snow. So International Falls, 21 degrees with snow. Minneapolis will be at 35 degrees with snow. Chicago, you guys will be partly cloudy with 33 degrees. Detroit, cloudy with 27 degrees. St. Louis will be at 49. Atlanta, you guys will be at 62 degrees tomorrow with partly cloudy conditions. And Washington, 47 degrees. As New York, you will be at the 40 degrees mark. And Buffalo, you will be at 18. Boston, you guys on the East, Boston pretty much will be tomorrow. Boston, you will be the only ones on the East Coast that will have snow. You'll be at 33 degrees tomorrow and snowing. So be careful if you're in Boston. You guys will have to bundle up a little bit. That is our weather for tomorrow. Let us move on and give you guys your astrology reading for the day, for tomorrow. We want to kind of guide you guys on your days that you guys, when you guys are going to work, or if you guys are going out for the weekend, we definitely want to help to guide you guys a little bit. So let me just go over the astrology with you guys. We always start off with the first house of the zodiac, which is my sign, Aries. Tomorrow, your energy is high. Make it a great day for physical activity or tackling a challenge. Just be mindful of impatience and conversations. Then we got our Taurus. Taurus, a calm, steady approach will serve you well tomorrow. Focus on relaxation, self-care, and spending time with loved ones. Then we got our Geminis. Your social side will be thriving. Conversations will flow effortlessly, and you may receive unexpected news of an interesting opportunity. So just watch out for that. Cancer, you may feel extra sensitive tomorrow. Listen to your emotions and take time to recharge rather than pushing yourself too hard. Or we got our Leo, which is Jay's sign. You're going to be in the spotlight tomorrow. Whether it's a social gathering or a creative endeavor, your presence tomorrow will be magnetic, so use it to your advantage. Then we got the Virgo. Practicality is your strength tomorrow. Organizing, planning, or handling details will bring a sense of satisfaction and clarity. Libra, romance and relationships will be in focus. Whether single or committed, meaningful connections can deepen if you open up. Scorpio, a sense of transformation is in the air. Trust the process and let go of what's no longer serving you. It will make space for new growth. Then we got our Sagittarius, adventure calls. Even a small change in routine can bring excitement and inspiration, so follow your curiosity tomorrow. Capricorn, discipline pays off. Hard work you've been putting in is starting to show results. Keep pushing forward, but also take time to enjoy your progress. Then we have our Aquarius. Your innovative thinking shines tomorrow. Express yourself freely and don't be afraid to share your unique ideas with others. Then we have our last but not least, Pisces. Creativity and intuition are hidden. Take time for artistic projects, meditation, or simply dreaming about your next big goal. So that is our astrology for tomorrow. So if you guys are into that thing, and just letting you guys, kind of just to lead a little bit, don't take it all by heart, but kind of just be aware that whatever's happening tomorrow could be kind of, it is what it is type thing, and just kind of let that lead you. So that being said, shout out again to everybody watching. We got 255 live. Let us get into the juice with Jay and his conspiracy theory of the day. What is the conspiracy today?
Well, today, yeah, I was thinking of, like the year we live in. And I was like, okay, because I saw this, a theory on this, like, a few weeks back. And there was a theory that a German historian named Hermann Illig, in 91, he came out and he said, between the years of 814 and 911 AD, that they never took place. And I was like, what? He seems to think we are living in the year 1726. And he doesn't have bad claim to it, because in those years that we're talking about, the 297 years that are missing, there's no artifacts, documentation, or anything from that time. So basically, in those years from 814 to 911, he claims that they were made up by the Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and the Byzantine Emperor Constantine the Seventh. They basically wanted to alter the documentation and convert the Gregorian calendar in order to fast forward time so that he could start on the year 1000 AD because it
Uh,
sounded better. And I was
uh,
like, like when you have power and you're elite, you can probably get away and do stuff like that, especially in those times. It's not
yeah.
like people are going to know, And I was like, it's very interesting. I was like, because who's to say, with time in general, especially with the calendars we have, Mayan, Gregorian, all the different calendars,
Right.
So that would be a big trip. Like, I have no idea. Obviously, I wish I had a time machine so I could see all this stuff.
Right. Right. That's
But it's
crazy.
also, yeah, it also goes with the whole, I don't know if you know about Tartaria, but it also goes about with the Tartaria, like, empire as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Because I don't know if yeah, that's for a whole nother day. Like, that's for a whole nother conspiracy, but I don't know if you ever heard of that, but we could break that down another day. That's a whole nother conspiracy.
yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I haven't heard of it,
But
but
it,
yeah.
it doesn't sound wrong because, obviously I grew up Roman Catholic. I went to Catholic school for 12 years. And
Uh-huh.
after studying the Bible and certain religions and everything, you pick up on certain things. And you know,
Right.
I also know doing the research in history that, they did take certain books out of the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. If it didn't go with certain, let's say, practices, it was taking out of the Bible. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, oh, you know what I mean? You learn this stuff growing up and you're like, oh. So,
Yeah.
those 297 years that are missing, and according to this guy's theory, it it's not a bad theory. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Definitely. And
So,
basically, like from what I'm reading too, it basically says that he argues that the missing years were secretly added as a part of a plot hatched by Pope Sylvester II and Holy Roman
yeah,
Emperor Otto III. Living during the 8th century AD, these medieval elites allegedly wanted to speed up time so that their respective reigns would correspond with the year 1000, what you said, exactly one millennium after
yeah,
the birth of Jesus Christ.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, and it would make sense because if you're elite, you can do stuff like
Yeah, no,
that. Who's gonna know?
def-
Who will know?
definitely,
You know what I mean? So it's kind of a trip,
definitely.
because I honestly believe our whole calendar just in general and time, like I believe in a whole different thing because Earth has been around for what, 5 billion years?
Yeah, long time. Who knows how long?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So I believe that, yeah, like, yeah. So yeah, who really does know what year it happens to be? Who really does know?
Definitely. All right, well, let's move on. That was a great conspiracy, man. I never heard of that one before. So to me, that's like wow. So, but we like, even like there's always questions about like does time really exist? Like the whole year calendar. Like the Mayans had a whole different calendar than what ours
Yep.
was. So I don't know, man. Like to me, like time, for instance, yeah, like we're on this whole like 24-hour clock and we have to abide and go to work 8 hours or longer. Like what I mean, a lot of this to me doesn't make sense. With the worst of it is all when they do the whole time change. It really messes with you, like biologically. Like it really messes with you and your like your sleep pattern, your everything, like your whole like life pattern. So I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying like for people who like have a certain like schedule, like a work schedule, then they basically either have to wake up an hour earlier or an hour later, and it just really messes with them, And I just don't, yeah, I don't believe in like time per se like that either. I feel like that is all like a man-made thing. It's kind of that is something we can get into another day as well as a conspiracy, but just my personal belief, because you're kind of getting into that a little bit, it was that yeah, like time does not really exist the way we think it exists, We like
I don't know. I don't think I'm made for 24 hours. I think I'm made for 36-hour days, honestly.
definitely,
I really believe that. I really do believe
yeah,
that. I don't have a schedule like
I know,
anyone's.
I know. for me, for me, like kind of like, we're we have experience in life. We're not like, we're not like freaking teens anymore. So we definitely have, we've kind of got to observe the way life is in general. Like, especially
Yeah.
for me, I kind of observe nature a lot. And I noticed, like, for instance, birds, they all start like chirping and doing their thing at an exact certain time every single day, So for me, time is
Yeah.
more based on, I try to really base my time on nature. So like, I mean, I don't wake up like with the birds just because, we're going to the gym at night and stuff. So I need my rest. But if I wasn't going to the gym and if I was just like a normal, you know what I mean, go like living in the jungles type thing, I would definitely be probably more in sync with nature and kind of doing it the way that nature does, So that's kind of my whole thought process on that, because
That's fair.
yeah, because you see also too, like around 5 p.m., usually like around 6 p.m., you see all these birds, they're going back to their housing and stuff, So there's definitely a whole thing like that, like with the birds and stuff. Like you gotta really look at nature. So that's just kind of my thing about that. Um, I want to share. So on Fridays, to all the 255 people watching on Fridays, we have a segment. I basically pull up the top funniest memes. So it's Friday meme day. We do Friday memes. We just do the top 5 memes of the week. But before we do that, I'm gonna share like kind of one funny story and one kind of little crazy story with you guys that happened to me last night. So me and Jay were in the gym. They left. I ended up going into the jacuzzi because after a whole week of working out, I kind of like to relax my muscles a little bit in the jacuzzi. So I didn't tell you this, Jay, yesterday, but basically, bro, I got into the jacuzzi, right? Tell me. So there was like 2 other people in the jacuzzi, and then there was like a guy, and then his wife was in there because I know them. I've seen them before, so I know it's his wife. And so we were all sitting there. We're just chilling, right, relaxing. And a lady who's probably, I want to say like maybe late 50s. She comes into the jacuzzi, and she has a see-through, like her top was a see-through top, so you can see everything. And me and this guy were, yeah, and me and this guy were just like looking at her. And then the funniest thing is that she starts trying to talk to me, right? But I'm on the other side of the jacuzzi from where the stairs are to get in, and she tries to start asking me like questions and stuff, and I was like I'm trying to listen to her, but the jets are so loud I couldn't hear her, and she was talking very softly. So at the end of it all, I was like, you know what, ma'am, I'm so sorry, but I can't hear you. The jets are very, very loud. So then she turned to the dude's wife and starts talking to the dude's wife. You could totally tell that the dude's wife, she just wanted to be in peace. She's in the jacuzzi. She don't want to talk to this lady, right? And the crazy thing was that the lady, she totally looked like she was drugged out on like some kind of like Prozac or something. Like she didn't look normal. Like she looked like almost like a zombie, but she could move. But she definitely was like you know what I mean, kind of like that. So as she was talking to her, the other lady kind of stopped talking to her. So she sat down on the stairs and started staring at this lady, bro. She literally like went sideways, stared at the lady to the point where the lady got uncomfortable. And the lady was like, she tells her husband, you know what, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go. And the dude understands, the husband understands, like, yeah, just go. This lady was just like staring at her, bro, for like literally like 10 minutes, bro, just staring at her. Like she didn't even move her eyes, like just stared at her. The super uncomfortable situation. And then after that, I looked at the dude. Once his wife left, I looked at the dude, and he just kept like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, I can't believe this. You know what I mean? Like, just some crazy stuff, bro. Some crazy stuff.
I don't know.
So
I don't go into the jacuzzis and all that stuff. You know that.
But I'm telling you, man, every time I go to, well, not every time, but a lot of times I go to jacuzzi, I get these like really kind of crazy experiences, like with the.
Yes, I know. I've heard.
Yeah. So then that was my one crazy thing that happened yesterday. And then tell me why, man. I'm driving home after the jacuzzi, after my gym, right? I'm driving home, and right by my house, I know the light patterns of the lights. I wanted to catch the green. I seen that there was a truck, like a pickup truck, like a white Chevy pickup truck. It was parked at the red light, right? So, it was at the red light. So I looked at the other lights on the side. I could see that the light was about to turn green. So, I'm in the Tesla. I floored it so that I can like get to the green light, you know. So the Teslas, they go like, super quick. So I was able to catch the green light. We get to the next red light. Homie's kind of like, or whoever was in that car or in the pickup truck, he was waiting for a second. But then, he went, I went. And then right by my house, I'm literally like right by the driveway, but we had one more light before I can like go into my house. We were both waiting at that light. And then as soon as that light turns green, he goes and I go. Mind you, I'm right behind him. And for some reason, I have no idea why. I don't know if this guy got mad because I caught the green light with him, or just because I mashed on it. I stepped on my gas to like catch up to him to the green light. But it looks like he got so mad that I did that he basically, being in front of me, he basically tried to do a donut in his truck, right? So he started like his tires started like, you know what I mean? Like doing that whole like, yeah. So he started doing that. He tries to get behind me, like as he's like doing that, like basically trying to flex. He tries to get behind me, but by that point, I'm already going into the driveway of my house, right? Because I was already right there in my house. So I start, and my house is for all the people that don't know, I live in kind of a complex. So I get to the driveway of my complex. I'm going into the driveway. He stops before, like he didn't drive into the driveway of my complex, but he stops right there where the entrance of my driveway is, and just watches me go like down my driveway. And then so my complex, it has an entrance for the driveway. It has a middle part that has like a water fountain, so you can't go through the middle part all the way to the other side of where I live. But the end part has an exit, which you could go through the whole complex. So then what he tries to do is, for some reason, instead of going like the way I went to the driveway, he thought that the middle part goes all the way through. So I seen his truck try to go through the middle part, and he was going to try to follow me, but there was a water fountain there, so obviously he couldn't get through. And then I parked my vehicle. I got out, and I was ready for him, bro. I was like, all right, if something's about to go down right now, something's about to go down. But man, I just wanted to share that with you, because I didn't tell you that, today when we talked, I didn't tell you any of that. And I just had some really two really crazy things that happened to me last night. And then I was thinking about it too. I was like, you know what, me and you, we've been doing all these conspiracies on here. We talk about, health, wealth, and happiness, but especially the health segment, we do something that is very out of the ordinary. And if you guys don't know, I'm doing a 44-day fast for my health right now. So I haven't eaten it. I'm on day 25 right now. I haven't eaten anything in 25 days, but I'm going for 44 days. I've literally lost already 50 pounds within 25 days. And I'm doing it for my health, because no matter what kind of, what kind of health you're in, or like if you're in good health, or if you're like, let's say you have even cancer, like if you look it up, it's proven that if you do a 40-day fast where you don't eat anything, no calorie intake, it's supposed to starve the cancer cell, especially because cancer thrives on sugar. So fasting, even me personally, I know people who fasted for even like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and they were able to reverse their diabetes, and amongst other things. And so I'm doing that on the show for you guys. I'm literally every Tuesday I show my weight on this show. So if you guys tune in on Tuesdays, you'll see my weight and where I'm at and what I'm doing. But yeah, so in my head, I was like, damn, maybe, this is kind of a part of the whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? Are they going after me? Like, you know what I mean? You have all these thoughts in your head of like, what's going on, But the other thing, and if you guys, we got 255 people watching right now, so shout out to them. But if you guys go back to our last 2 previous episodes as well, we also did some episodes about what was the name of that poem that you did the conspiracy on?
Tomino's Hell.
So Tomino's Hell, we did a conspiracy theory on Tomino's Hell. Literally, that if you read this poem, most people that read it, they commit suicide afterwards. So we did that 2 days ago, and then yesterday, and I asked the audience, and in the audience they actually told me to read it out loud anyway. So I did the translation. I didn't do the actual poem, but I did the translation. And then yesterday, I did a conspiracy theory on. If you guys don't know, there is a song. It's kind of like a musical song. It's a musical piece, and it's called the Hungarian Suicide Song. It was made in Hungary. And that one, basically, I kind of played I played the first 10 seconds of it just to kind of show people what it kind of really is. And it really, even Jay was like, man, this kind of, you can feel the vibration of that song. So that was also in my head, like, oh shit, like I did two of them. Like, I'm kind of taking my chances. God, I didn't just do the poem, but I did the song too right afterwards. So I'm like double dosing on what might really happen. But it's all good because those are suicides. So if anything happens to me or Jay, I just want to, we want the audience to know we are not suicidal. But the stuff that we are reporting on, the alpha that we're giving you guys, we're giving it to you raw, uncut, unedited, unbiased. And we're definitely reporting on stuff that might, especially some bigger like big wigs or like pharmaceutical companies and stuff, they might not, if anybody like from there hears this, as we get bigger, they're definitely not going to like what we're saying because we are definitely against that industry. We believe in natural holistic healing. We don't believe in taking their pills and all their drugs that they try to give us. So yeah, I was just kind of thinking about those few things. But yeah, that being said, let us go into our top 5 memes of the top 5 funniest memes of the week. So we got our meme Friday. Let me share these with you guys real quick. We got some good ones for you guys, I think. So first one, we got a bird. It is having a fun time. It is basically playing by itself. It wanted to play by itself, and here's the bird playing by itself. You guys see that? He's on a seesaw, and he's just going back and forth. So that was kind of cool. I was like, wow, okay. See, even birds can entertain themselves. They don't need other birds. We can do the same thing. So that is that. And then let's go on to our next one. Growing up, sometimes people would write stuff in like your yearbook and stuff, but I thought this one was kind of funny. Yeah, lol. So drawings like these in textbooks are one of the things I missed most from school. So you got a guy doing CPR, and then, or it looks like he's doing CPR, but it says, "You son of a bee, I told you I'd do it." And then the other guy's like, "You're next." So basically, even though it looks like a manual from a CPR, you got it. Like basically, they're like, "Oh, the guy just choked this guy out, and now he's like, you're next to the next guy." So I thought that was kind of funny because it's just like we used to do stuff like that, in our yearbooks back in the day when they had like those yearbooks. Our third one. So this is somebody that wrote, "I don't know how rich people end up committing crimes, but I honestly don't." So this is Derek Guy at Die Work Here, where I honestly don't know how rich people end up committing crime. If I had even 500K, I would live so peacefully, mind my own business, wear my little outfits, and just feed birds. Man, I totally feel this guy, Jay. I don't know about you, man, but I wouldn't be able to commit a crime if I'm if I'm a rich guy. Like, why would you commit crimes? You know what I mean? You live in peace. You already got everything you need. So I got that one for you guys. Number 4. Tell me why, as I was swiping on Tinder, I saw my boyfriend. Can men be loyal? So there's a girl, I guess the guy's girlfriend, and then she put like heartbroken because she found the dude on Tinder. Then somebody wrote her back, or actually her boyfriend wrote her back, "Stop asking me what I do on Tinder too. That's not the point." So basically what he was saying is like, why are you on Tinder? So she was on Tinder too, and she made it seem like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's so unloyal, he's on Tinder. But the fact was that she was on Tinder too. So I thought that was kind of funny. And last but not least, dear employers, please stop asking for bachelor's and master's degrees if you're only offering 15 an hour. Sincerely, everyone. And man, I totally feel that one, man. If you ever look at like Indeed and you're looking for jobs, I'm telling you, some of these companies, man, they try to give you like 15, 20 an hour, but they're like, oh, you need you need at least a bachelor's degree or something. Like even car companies these days, man. I think like Carvana, like before, because I used to be in the car industry. I was like, man, they need a bachelor's degree because you want to be able to sell a car through Carvana. And like, I don't know, man. I definitely felt this guy on basically on his tweet on what he said on that one, or not tweet, but whatever he wrote. So yeah, that is the top 5 memes or funny memes of the Friday, and we will be back with Friday's memes for next week. We'll have some nice and fresh ones for you. I'll try to find some good funny ones, and that is that. This is basically the end of our show. I already discussed my fast with you guys, so I don't have to update you anymore. Just a little quick heads up. Over the weekends, we do 2 episodes. We do one on Saturdays with Jay. It is a Chef with Jeff episode. He does some cooking for you guys. It is hard for me. I am on a fast, so I can't really watch it so much because I super am like, no, I cannot do this right now. So I try not to. Damn, but it's definitely check that one out. It's a Chef of Jeff on Saturdays, and on Sundays, my wife and I, Kate, we do a date with Kate session, and we basically show you guys a little bit of. We're in California, so we show you guys a little bit of California. We go on dates, and I kind of just document a little bit of a kind of like a little travel blog for you guys, kind of show you guys a little bit of where we're at and what we're doing. Just as an example, on last week's episode of Date with Kate, we basically went to a Chinese New Year's festival, which was really cool, and we documented a little bit of that. And Jay last weekend on his Chef of Jeff episode, he did this scrumptious looking barbecue chicken grilled with his own sauce, like teriyaki looking glazed sauce. Like, oh, I'm telling you guys got to check those out because those are really cool. So that's only like shorts. It's not like a full episode. We will give you guys some time. Sometimes we'll actually do the actual episodes. We'll do like, a 20-minute segment of Jay cooking and stuff. But that is here, and that will be in the future. As of right now, we're just kind of doing it kind of a quick just to kind of let you guys see what we're doing type thing. That being said, we always have our final words with Jay. So Jay, what are your final words for the viewers before we sign off?
Just stay blessed, man. Stay focused. Keep at your goal always. Don't let anything distract you. You can accomplish anything in life. You just gotta have, you gotta have the purpose and what you want to do with it. Execute.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. That is very well said. Like I said out here, please, we got 255 people watching us. So thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. Please hit the like, subscribe button. We want to be here. We're going to be here for you guys Monday through Friday. We're here. We're going to answer all your questions, whatever you guys may need. We're here for you guys. So thank you again. Health, wealth, and happiness. That is the motto of the Average Day Joes. So that's what our principles and we live by. Thank you again. We love you guys, and we will see you back here on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Stay blessed, and we will see you on Monday.